The mind is a very important tool on our spiritual journey, and it's important to remember that the mind is not our authority. We tend to see the mind like a type of authority, and the mind has even been compared to a pseudo-guru. The mind kind of has a mind of its own. But we shouldn't take everything that the mind tells us very seriously, because the mind is actually extremely conditioned. Because the mind has been with us through countless lifetimes in the material world, the mind has a conditioning, and the default setting of the mind is not very good for us on our spiritual path. What the mind is conditioned to gravitate towards is sense enjoyment, material sense enjoyment. So that's not something that's going to benefit us on our spiritual path. But that's the foundation of our material existence, kind of, so to speak. And that's the foundation of our mind. The function of the mind is thinking, feeling, and willing. The things that the mind naturally thinks about, desires, and feels sort of sheltered by, takes the things that we generally take shelter of for solace, for comfort, is material sense gratification. But the mind actually is not an authority. We shouldn't just take everything the mind says seriously. If we do that, we'll be misled. And so we can be witness to the flowing thoughts of the mind, but we don't necessarily have to act on it. Just like someone standing on the edge of a river that's gushing by, but is not in the river, standing on the bank of the river, watching the river go by. In the same way, we can watch the thoughts come and go, and we don't need to act on them. But the mind will want us to act on them. And the mind comes up with so many ideas. You can take, for an example, if you want to get up early, which is a great secret to spiritual success, getting up early and doing your spiritual practices early in the morning. If you want to get up early, but you're really tired, watch how the mind tries to advise you and justify why it's better to stay asleep. Oh, you'll be tired later on. It's not going to work. Better just stay asleep. You deserve it. Just sleep for another 10 minutes. So many different ways the mind just kind of tries to convince you. But the mind is a pseudo-guru. You shouldn't take everything that mind says so seriously. So how to then, so what do you do? So we have to strengthen our intelligence. We have to control the mind with the intelligence. Just like you see on the picture, the horses are the wild senses and the reins are the mind. The mind is connected to the senses. Wherever the senses go, that's where the mind goes. You smell something, hear something, taste something, the mind goes there. And the driver, the one holding the reins, is the intelligence. He can give direction to the mind and the senses, and the chariot, which is the body, and the passenger, which is the soul. So the intelligence really has to be the guiding force. And the stronger the intelligence is, the more direction you can give to the mind. With reasoning, you can tell the mind, no, do this, this makes sense, this is good, this is not good. And the mind wants to be given direction, actually. The mind responds well to that. But we have to work at it. Because, as I said, the mind has a mind of its own. And once you give the mind that direction, then you can start to achieve your goals. It's the same thing in all spheres of life, and the same for spiritual paths. You have to give the mind that direction. And actually the mind is a gateway. It's like a stepping stone to the spiritual platform, because it's more subtle. So the mind can connect with higher spiritual realities. Just like when you hear a sound, just like this sound vibration is the most subtle of all the sense objects. And when you hear that sound, then you're thinking of that sound. And there's a direct connection between the ears and the heart. Or you could say between the ears and the mind. Whatever you hear, that's what you think of. So when you think about spiritual things, let's say you think about God, you hear the name of God, then that's how you connect with God. You can connect with God through the mind. So the mind can be our friend or our enemy. You can connect to God with the mind. That's powerful, that's big. So we should use the mind as our friend, give it direction through the intelligence. And how do we strengthen the intelligence? By associating with those that are more intelligent than us. So one of the ways to do that is, for example, by reading scripture, associating with those great saints and sages. And then our intelligence becomes stronger.